You're listening to The Bright Idea.
What's good, everybody? I'm Robert Dickens Jr., and this is Season 1, Episode 7 of The Bright Idea. It's concepts and consciousness for your creative life. Now let's jump into this last episode of the season entitled Constellation.
Constellations falling from you. Tell me that I'm not alone.
For centuries, humanity has looked to stars for guidance. Agricultural seasons and even navigational directions were all once derived from the position of stars in the firmament. But the significance of stars comes not only from their shine, but also from those that they shine next to. Now, in recent episodes, we've talked about star formation and the unique light that results from that formation. But in this terminal episode, we'll examine how the constellation of creative community can add depth and brilliance to our light. Ancients believed constellations to be heavenly landmarks for the lost. They seem to see constellations as subtle reminders that all things seem to exist in some sort of an interconnected order. You know, these figures that we began to recognize across the sky gave each and every individual star a totally new context. And I think this metaphor is very powerful for creatives because we often walk this same path of feeling somewhat disconnected as we're exploring the world in divergent ways. And I think the most difficult aspect of that is the loneliness. You know, when you're braving untraveled terrain, it's very easy to feel random. It's very easy to feel out of place. And I'd imagine that this is what a star must experience in outer space, you know, because it's not surrounded by other stars. It's literally the only thing like itself for trillions of miles. But from our two-dimensional vantage point, we see what stars aren't able to. As we look up, their cosmic connection to others feels obvious. So what seems random to stars is purposeful to our more comprehensive viewpoint. You know, we're able to see they're not shining in the sky alone. You know, the large space they occupy is still connected to others just like them, even though they exist light years away. And as the stars are, so are we. You know, though we may not always recognize creative community, and we may not always recognize our creative contemporaries, you know, we are a part of a body of stars of every kind. You know, we're divinely situated to others who also exist in a space that's just left of center. You know, we're connected by a courage to be different, you know, and a belonging to an atypical tribe of thinkers who dare to express themselves in novel ways. And for me, this is the ultimate goal of the podcast, to cultivate community. You know, it's my hope that every comment and share introduces us to others with whom we can share creative space. Because finding our place amongst creative stars provides inspiration and aspiration to shine at our highest and brightest. Now, as this inaugural season comes to a close, I'd like to leave you with this quote. I am like a falling star who has finally found her place next to another in a lovely constellation, where we will sparkle in the heavens forever. Amy Tan. Now let's take a moment to pause for clear consciousness and creative space. 1. What stars do you recognize in your galaxy? 2. How might you draw inspiration from connecting? 3. How might connection add depth and meaning in your work? That's a wrap for Season 1. If you've enjoyed it, you already know to like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend, or hit me up online. Let me know what you're creating at Robert Dickens Jr. on YouTube, IG, or Threads. Thanks for listening to The Bright Idea.